And this is a message specifically to Justin Baldoni and all of the content creators who support him.
This is CNN Breaking News.
Good evening. I'm Caitlin Collins, and this is CNN. We have the first interview with the new head of Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds' PR operation. Thank you for joining us. Well, hello. Thank you for having me on to discuss my new clients, Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds. I'm actually filming from a bunker in an undisclosed war zone, so I'm doing some work, little freelance work still for the CIA, even as I devote my full energies and attention to my new clients, Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds. But anyway, I apologize. It is dark. Let me at least see if I can do something about the lighting. 1 second. There we are. Much better, yes. All right. Where were we? I think our viewers would like to know, why are you here? Why have you decided to announce this on national television, that you are joining the team? Well, I would think the answer to this would be obvious. I mean, there's such a tremendous intimidation factor that comes along with the word CIA, the label CIA, and a certain, cachet to it as well. And so we just want, over here at Team Lively Reynolds, we want these Weasley stupid little content creators to understand who they're up against. Same for Justin Baldoni and his Baha'i weirdos. Now, I'm a little confused. Perhaps you can clear something up. It was reported earlier in the week that Blake Lively's team had hired a former CIA agent named Nick Shapiro to run their PR operation. But now you're saying that you, in fact, have been hired to run the PR operation. Can you clear that up? Right. So Nick Shapiro was brought on before me, but I have been brought in to run the entire operation. He's merely going to be a part of the team. But yes, we're both seasoned, well-trained CIA operatives. And that's because Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds can afford the absolute best, and so can WME. So tell us how you got into the PR business. It doesn't seem like a natural evolution from being a CIA agent to now doing Hollywood PR. Well, as I said, I spent a lot of time in the field as a seasoned agent. I've been all over the world, from Nicaragua to Kabul, to the Ukraine, to China. And so Hollywood PR was just the next logical progression, of course. So when I founded my PR agency, I wanted to give it a distinctive name. And that's why I decided to call my consultant firm Jason Bourne Consulting, because I think that that perfectly encapsulates the kinds of skills that I'm able to offer my clients. In fact, my firm has a new commercial coming out that's going to considerably up our profile, and we decided to use my favorite song from the Jason Bourne soundtrack. This is called Berlin Foot Chase, and I think it's just going to work wonderfully. What do you think? And this part here, then, with the music's about to change, the inflection changes, it speeds up a bit. This is the part that I think will really reinforce to Justin Baldoni and these content creators that they are in some serious shit. Here we go. You're finished, Justin. It's over, Wayfarer. Yes. So, anyway, you can let me know. The viewers, perhaps in the chat, can let us know what you think about this score for our new commercial. But anyway, I'm sorry. What was your next question? Why did you take this job up in particular? There are certainly many clients who could. There are certainly many potential clients who could make use of your services. Why are you taking on this Blake Lively saga? Oh, that's a great question. I mean, it is kind of funny, right? Someone with my background, my distinguished and varied resume, with my skill set, what am I doing working for these, frivolous, superficial Hollywood types? This was what I thought as well when Team Lively Reynolds approached me and said, we absolutely must have your skills. I said, well, my skills are certainly for sale for a high price, but I also have to respect the people that I'm working for. I don't care how much money you offer me. I'm former CIA, which means that I have a strong ethical code that I have to uphold in my life. And so I said, I'm going to have to get to know you both. I said this to Blake and to Ryan. I said, I'm going to have to look into you and do a thorough background check as only I can as a seasoned CIA operative. And then I'm going to have to hook you up to a lie detector test and perform some other exercises. And then I'll figure out if I want to represent you. And so after doing all of these things, I came to the conclusion that Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds are two of the most honorable, honest individuals, and easy to work with, of course, as Ari Emanuel said, that I have ever encountered. So, of course, I had to take this job. I think that a number of my viewers might ask what exactly a CIA agent, a former CIA agent, knows about PR and what skills you have that would be helpful and usable to Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds. Oh, I have so many skills. As a seasoned CIA operative, many skills. I mean, the first skill is camouflage. For instance, right now, let's say that I was dropped into a jungle with Justin Baldoni's content creators, and I was forced to fight my way out. It would be helpful to have some camouflage. So, for example, I always, just for that purpose, I always go around with my camouflage shirt. So in the event of an emergency, I can just blend in. Also, this was designed by Blake Lively. It's a part of her CIA floral line. A lot of people don't know this, but Blake Lively designs camouflage for the CIA. In fact, that was how a number of us who are working for her now were introduced to her. Anyway, grab your florals, ladies. Yeah, so camouflage. I have excellent camouflage fashion skills. And then also hypnosis. We at the CIA are trained in mass hypnosis that can be generated across social media and across the video format. And so no longer is it necessary to actually be in someone's presence individually, personally, to hypnotize them. Now I can do it just sitting at a computer, and I am one of only a handful of individuals who are trained in the art of mass hypnosis through social media. Would you like a demonstration, actually, of this? It might be good for me to give a demonstration here as a further intimidation tactic against the content creators and Justin Baldoni. Let them know what they're up against. I'm going to now hypnotize all viewers. All right. How was that? What? You don't think anything happened? No, we were sitting here for an hour. I was leading you through a whole host of exercises, but I erased your memory at the end, so that's why you don't remember anything, right? See, it's genius. It's genius. Erased your memory just like we erased that Freakonomics interview. Oh, I said too much. I said too much. Sorry. But we did erase it. We did. We did that. Yeah, we're good. We're really fucking good. Anyways, Ari, I'm waiting on my check. By the way, hasn't cleared yet. I'm sure you're good for it, right, Mr. Emanuel? But let me get to the heart of your question here. I think what you're asking is, what, as a seasoned CIA operative, what will I primarily be working on in the day-to-day for Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds? Well, mostly I'm going to focus on discrediting content creators. And there are just lots of skeletons in these people's closets that only someone like me and Josh Shapiro, with our seasoned CIA experience, would know how to have access to. For example, I wonder if your audience knows that there are 2 Russian agents planted at the show Pop Culture Crisis. That's right, the hosts of the show are both Russian spies. And this is something that only those of us with CIA top clearance as seasoned operators know about or have access to. Yes, I know it's hard to believe. I know it's shocking. It is. But yes, there are 2 spies there. Mary Morgan Or as I knew her when I was in Moscow, Anna Ivanovna. She is a spy, a plant, a Vladimir Putin plant, as is her co-host, Brett Dasovic. Yes, Brett, that's right. Despite his guileless appearance, he is in fact a highly manipulative and seasoned Russian operative, former KGB. Both of them are former KGB, in fact. Both Anna Ivanovna and Brett, or as I knew him, Alexander Sennikov. Now, Anna Ivanovna was installed as a plant for obvious reasons. She's very beautiful and she's able to distract a lot of people. Very sharp, knows her way around that operation, very manipulative, highly skilled. Brett Dasovic might be a bit more of a head scratcher for some as to where he fits in with this as a Russian plant. But in fact, he was trained in the art of skating to entice Tim Pool into a friendship so that then he could manipulate Tim Pool into putting him on the Pop Culture Crisis show. In fact, most people don't know this, but the show Pop Culture Crisis was in fact Brett's idea that he planted in Tim Pool's mind, much like we see in The Manchurian Candidate or in the movie Inception. Again, we in the CIA understand these kinds of high-level thought implantation mechanisms. And this is what Putin has been using to control the people at Pop Culture Crisis. So Brett was trained by the KGB in the art of skating. And in fact, this is something now, this is actual evidence for your audience here, because when I come to the table, I bring evidence. I don't just bring fantastical claims. So I have evidence here. First of all, I have a photo of Anna Ivanovna. It has been authenticated by experts. This is a photo that I took while I was surveilling her for the CIA. And I also have verification of Brett's Russian citizenship and heritage, because the fact is that Brett was a contestant in the Winter Olympics representing Russia, his home country. And we have footage right here of that.
Tires now. Look at this. That is so slippery, you will not believe it. If you're down the autoscape here, you're judging. Oh no! He's in the fence! The boat's in the fence! They're all in the fence! Oh! Unbelievable! Top three in the fence! Van Gisbergen goes as well.
As I said, everyone, I bring the evidence here. Wait, excuse me. Can you explain why would Vladimir Putin plant a Russian spy on a pop culture YouTube show? Well, Vladimir Putin is extremely pro-Baldoni. He's very much interested in this whole saga. And of course, being a misogynist as he is firmly on Team Baldoni. So you're saying then that all content creators who have spoken out against Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds have these kinds of skeletons in their closet? Oh, yes, yes. Many skeletons, many skeletons. And we're just digging them up every day. And it's just like Christmas. And we're going to take it and we're going to make a website just like Brian Friedman did with the legal documents. And we're going to put all of the dirt that we have found on the content creators. We're going to put all that up there, starting with the whole Russian double agent thing going on at Pop Culture Crisis. They've got a real problem over there and they need to clean house. Tim Pool needs to clean house. But of course, these are only things that the most seasoned of smooth operators like myself would be able to find out. Well, thank you so much. I just wondered if you had any closing comments or remarks for Team Baldoni and these content creators that you say are unjustly defending him and attacking Blake Lively. Yes, I would, actually. Thank you for the opportunity. You may have heard the Latin saying, si vis pacem para bellum. He who would have peace, prepare for war. Well, to that, I would only like to add, and this is a message specifically to Justin Baldoni and all of the content creators who support him. Taper talos ligabimus et cutum corporeus vestris per partes diserperimus si Justin Baldoni non renuntiatus et declarabimus Blake Vivi et Ryan Reynolds non difficil isi reparie et Blake Brown capios productos non frizzy capios causare. You've been warned. Fascinating interview, isn't it, ladies and gentlemen? And we're going to stay on this story because, as you know, CNN is where you go to find top-notch, cutting-edge journalism and a fair, unbiased presentation of the facts. Everybody, if you enjoyed this, I appreciate you giving me a like, a subscribe. Tips always welcome as well. My links are below, and I hope we all got a laugh out of this. And more importantly, we're able to show the other side, Team Lively Reynolds, we ain't scared.